Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Everybody good today?
Good.
Good. Okay, so I am so excited that everybody is hopping on. I'm just trying to add everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I was knocked down with a stomach bug so bad yesterday. Feels so nice to have life back. Okay. Okay, sorry. I was just trying to make sure I got everybody added in. Okay, you guys, I am so excited. So excited. If you have been here for any length of time, you have heard me go on and on about how much I love listening to Caycee, Caycee Wheeler speak, right? Like she is just like a ray of sunshine. She's hilarious. She's a mom of two. And she is just like, she's going to spit so many great facts that you're going to walk away and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this was gold. Basically, anytime that Caycee talks, like everybody in the room is captivated, and she has such an incredible heart. She is such an incredible leader in this company. And I am so excited that she was like, heck yes, I'll hop on a call and talk to your team. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Caycee so that we don't have to take up a ton of her time. But Caycee, if you want to unmute yourself, because I think I accidentally muted absolutely everybody. Let's see.
JK, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I'm gonna like start speaking and be like all passionate with my hands, and then you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, we can't hear you. This is awkward." You guys, I'm so excited to be here. I was really honored that Brittany would even ask me. I just love being able to share, and I'm just so all about the culture of our company and just in general. Like I'm a Christian. Some of you guys may not be, and if you're not, totally cool. We can talk about Jesus after, but I believe that just being in the world, it's so important to kind of operate out of kind of an abundance mindset and just love on people, help everybody win, because at the end of the day, if we're all winning, we are all winning. Like I truly believe that. And so I feel a lot of pressure now because you guys have pens and paper and are ready for golden nuggets, and I better like spit it. I do have a almost 3 month old in the background. If you hear him crying, he's with his dad. Okay. He's with his dad. He is a-okay, but just heads up. I am so honored to be here. So I'm going to kind of give you guys like kind of a mix and match message about mindset and things like that. That's kind of my strong suit that I like to share about is mindset. And honestly, my personal belief, some people may differ, but I really do believe that your mindset really matters, specifically in this industry, and in entrepreneurship in general. I'm first going to say if you are not naked or there's not a naked person behind you, if you would turn your camera on, I am so interactive, it's annoying. And also, I thrive off of people's reactions. I did not get enough laughs at my jokes in Nashville this last weekend. So if you think I'm a little bit funny, give me something to brag to my husband about and let me see you laughing. Okay. But I love having people's cameras on. I also love to do that for when anybody ever, whether they're higher than me, but below me in rank or what have you, come and train my team too. It's just kind of a nice thing to do. Not saying you're rude if you have your camera off. Don't get it twisted. Okay, but I do want to jump in here. So mindset number one, I want to tell you a little bit of an interesting fact. I don't know if you realize this, but most researchers agree that your core belief system is basically solidified. So meaning like what you think is right, wrong, fair, unfair, good and bad, that's all like solidified by age 6. Okay, listen, some of y'all probably had a super peachy keen childhood, and I hope all of you did. I did not. And age 6, I did not have that dialed in. So honestly, I can always say that yes, I'm a platinum ambassador. I am so fortunate to have hit that within 90 days of joining this company. I know, psychotic, literally crazy. I know I also poop my pants when I open my paychecks. Okay. But seriously, it's nutso. But honestly, what kept me from there, because I have almost 5 years of experience in network marketing, and majority of those years I was making about 2K a month. Now we know what's special about Q. We know why that switch was a huge part of how I was able to achieve greater here. But also too, I'm going to be real with you. It wasn't until towards the end of my stretch with my last project and when I came into Q that I realized I was in my own way. even on subconscious levels. And it's because of that core belief system. I truly believe that. Now, I've also been in therapy for over a decade, so I'm going to spit some of what my therapist says too. Just bear with me. But seriously, having that core belief system, that's your filter in which you process all incoming information in life, right? Your belief system. You're figuring out like, is that fair? Is that possible? I feel like that's a big one. Like, well, is it possible that I reach success? Is it possible that I get the income goal that I want? Are my wildest dreams actually possible? Because I was told my whole life through experience, hard no. No, they were not, right? And so I was operating out of that, like to protect myself from disappointment and what have you. So but unfortunately, how our belief system is installed in our brains is kind of how we have to reinstall the new 2.0 version, right? And start operating in what we believe, right? So what that can kind of look like, I have some notes here. I really just threw together, I like prayed a little bit before I came on here. And then I also just threw together stuff that I felt like was relevant for your team. And so it's kind of a mix and match thing, like I said earlier. But I just want you to know you can change your mindset, but it's going to take work. And it's going to take consistency. And I know that we're all so sick and tired of hearing about that because we hear that about our business all the time, I swear. But there's nothing more important than being consistent, whether it is in your marriage, your parent life, your friendships, right? Your business, you name it. And the same thing is for your mental health, you guys. So number one, I just want to know here, who here wants really big things? Like they've got pretty big goals. Like maybe some of you on this call are like, you know what? I'm a little nervous to say it out loud, but like Crown Diamond doesn't sound like a bad gig. Right? Okay, cool. What about some of you are like, honestly, I would just be stoked to hit platinum. I mean, 15K a month, that's like good living, you guys. That's cool, right? Some of you are like, honestly, I would be so pumped with just silver. Like we get to go to Silver Summit. $4,000 a month is psycho. You guys, even hitting bronze here, do you realize that $1,700 a month, that makes you in the top 1% in the entire network marketing industry? That's a massive accomplishment. I think because our comp plan goes so far, we have so many ranks. I feel like it's like underrated, like it's under I don't know, celebrated or something. It's a huge deal. Even $1,700 a month. I mean, that's paying people's mortgages. That's paying people's mortgages and their groceries. Like that's crazy money. So some of you, I understand some of you are like, I don't want to work this like full time. And I'm not trying to be Francesca Fields. Cool. Literally, there is room for all of us, right? So if that's your big thing, I want you to hold on to that and never, ever forget it. So who here too also knows that they are here purposely. Like it's not an accident that you are one of the few 10,000 people, not 10,000, but like tens of thousands of people across the world that this was exposed to and you jumped into it. You know, you're here for a reason. You know, it's purposeful. Even if you've been here for a while and maybe you're like, oh, trying to like, it feels like you're trudging through the mud right now with your business. The day you signed up, tell me you didn't know, right? You knew then. Remind yourself that because I really believe that we are here on purpose for a time such as this. I really do believe that. So remind yourselves of that. So let's get our mind right so we can achieve those things, right? So we already talked about a lot of us have big dreams. We're already thinking big, but we also need to act big, right? So I want you to leave the phrases behind. I've never done this before. Bye. Toodaloo. Let's get out of here with that, right? I want you to leave the phrase, I don't know how behind. I can tell you, I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Brittany twice now. She is so cool. You have an incredible leader on your team, Holy Toledo. Okay. But even if you didn't have an incredible leader, guess what? You can still be the incredible leader you wish you had for your team. Oh, just saying that take responsibility for yourselves, you guys. You're not a victim to circumstance. You're not a victim to a bad upline, a biased sideline, or I don't know, like crappy downlines. I said it. Okay. Some of them just quit and they didn't even do anything. They have such great potential, right? Okay. You're not the victim to that circumstance. Even if you are choosing whether or not you are a victim. And you're going to move accordingly when you make that decision, whether or not you're going to take responsibility for yourself and respond accordingly, or if you're just going to react out of that same normal victim mentality that some of us have just ingrained in our like brains and souls and all that. So what I want you to do is I want you to get inspired. I want you to get inspired by people around you. And I want you to get inspired by people who think like you want to think, act like you want to act, achieve the level of success that you want to achieve. This is what's so crazy. Events I don't know if your team trains on how important events are, but wowzers, I cannot tell you. And if you are like, oh, I can't go to events, I can't afford them, I can't do blah, blah, I'm not telling you that you have money that you don't actually have, but I am telling you that you are making a very conscious decision there about the future of your business when you are not prioritizing events. I don't care if you're an introvert, I don't care if you're an extrovert, you need to be at an event. We build from event to event here at Q and in network marketing in general. And the main reason I tell people this, so my husband has been so wonderful. He has supported me from behind the scenes for almost 5 years now in network marketing, right? Always with a little bit in the back of his head, like, this is a pyramid scheme, honey. Like, make sure you make more than you're spending, honey. Like, that's his mentality. Let's be honest. Okay. Some of us, do we have husbands or wives? I don't know if there's guys in here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So now he's literally on his own accord partnered with me in business. Like Brittany can speak to the fact that he comes to the regional events with me. He comes to whatever events he can go to. He took my place at the last convention because I was like really super pregnant and not safe to fly. He went to the convention for me and to be there with our team. And what happened was he got invited to go on this trip. It was like a week-long trip with Brandon Stevens and Nick Hitch and Brandon Stevens' dad. I think Jake Spencer was supposed to go, but he ended up having like a family thing come up, whatever. Which, by the way, can we all just take a second and be like, at what point did my husband become more celebrity than me? That's rude. This is my business, but okay. But anyway, so he got to go. And he has never really been in a position where he's hung out with people who think like that, I guess, if that makes sense, like entrepreneurial people. And so he literally came back and he was like speaking in network marketing language. I don't even know, like stuff I did. He's like, okay, this is what Brandon told me. Quarter 3 and quarter 4 is always slow, but then quarter 1 and quarter 2, yada, yada. And then this is what I'm going to do. And this is what his dad told me to do. And this is blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I want to get into this. Like, let's call your business coach. Let's get this up. And I was like, are you trying to romance me right now? You know, that Real Audio, you know? I was like, cause it's working. But seriously, it was crazy, but it's because he got around people who think big and act big. And it was contagious. It made him think big and act big. I know for me personally, you guys, I've hit platinum. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, if I hit platinum, I would literally never have a day where I'd want to set this business down. Like at that point, like that's big baller gangster money. Like you guys, there are so many days I wake up and I'm like, what is the point? Why even bother? Like, I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. I know, but it's true because I have to constantly, I can't do words tonight, constantly work on my mindset. I do. Everybody does. Fran has to constantly work on her mindset. Brittany does. The reason that the top income earners probably look like they're more motivated more often is because they are around big thinkers and big actors more often. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Exactly. So you need to get to events. You need to get around these people. I have to go to an event like no less than like every 3-ish months, give or take, depending on the season. Like I have to get plugged in. Brandon Stevens even said that when he doesn't notice it, Judy, his wife, is like, you need to get your butt to an event, fly wherever you need to fly, but you got to go, you got to get up out my house, like for real. And so I know that that's something a lot of us need. Even if you feel like you don't need events, guess what? You still need to go because you're going to bring somebody into your business that needs events and you have to lead by example. The other thing I want you guys to do is accept that challenges are inevitable and they're necessary. Challenges are going to arise, and I'm talking in your business and I'm also talking in your life. Like personal life things that have nothing to do with Q. Can I get an amen? Can I get a wipe the sweat off our brow because we're in one or we're coming out of one right now, right? That's going to happen. It's human, okay? It's how the world works. But I want you to know that if you're not hitting challenges, then you are not putting yourselves in the right place, around the right people, or in situations that require you to grow and your character to be refined. So if you're not running into challenges, you should actually be sweating more than when you're going through them. And I know some of them, like there's legitimate reasons. There are legitimate reasons why we shouldn't show up for a training, or there are legitimate reasons why we shouldn't show up to an event or pay for the ticket or what have you. legitimate reasons. I'm being sincere. And literally no one in this company has the right. And if they do, tell me, because I throw hands. They don't have the right to tell you that they're not legitimate reasons and to tell you that you need to work harder, you need to do it anyways, blah, blah, blah. But I want you to get really honest with yourself in those moments, which literally no one can do except for you. I want you to get really honest and ask yourself if you're using this legitimate reason as an excuse as to why you cannot and you will not go where you want to go, or if you're using this legitimate reason as a reason why you did, why you could, why someone else can, that comes into your business later. You can use them as excuses, or they can be stepping stones to where you need to go. Okay. And I'm not even necessarily talking about like a dollar amount or a rank or getting on one of the councils or anything. I mean, just generally showing up to your business and being consistent, working your business with excellence, right? Working your business with excellence is top priority for me. And now, you guys, I have not hit platinum every month. I don't know if this is a shocker for you. Let me give you a very sobering reality. Your girl has slid down to silver before after hitting platinum. I'm sorry, 15K to 4K. Does that not make anybody else also feel like a hollow shell? Like, holy cow, what just happened? My heart just fell into my butt. Okay, absolutely. But guess what? I can point to any top income earner in our company, and honestly, any other company, and I can tell you that they have dropped rank before too. I can, because that's business. We are not, if we were Apple, right? They release an iPhone and their sales go cray cray. Their sales, like it's an inflation month. Guess what? I still have the same 13 Pro Max that came out how many ever months ago, which means I haven't had to buy it every month, which means they've had months where their sales dipped. They've had months where their sales plateaued, and you don't see the CEO, the owner, or really any of the employees freaking out and bailing ship, right? Or jumping ship. I'm really bad at sayings. Jumping ship. You don't see that, right? Why do we do that in network marketing? Like, why do we do that? Honestly, I think it's because somebody came around and gave us a core belief about network marketing that wasn't true. And it was just to manipulate us into signing up with them. I said it. Ooh, I said it, but just super real though. It's normal. It's business. It's the ebbs and flows of business. And I want you to know that you need to accept that challenges are going to come, and they can be excuses or they can be reasons. And no one can tell you that except for you. No one can, and no one should. And if they do, again, let your girl know. Okay, I got you. The next thing is you got to get out of yourself. Servant leadership is so important. If you guys do not do like active self-development, I really encourage you. I think I've seen like a direct tie to people who do some form of self-development or like working on their mindset, you can call it, and growth in their business. And then those who don't prioritize that and the not growth in their businesses. John Maxwell is a great author. I don't think I've read a book of his that I haven't absolutely loved and applied the principles to in my business. And it has been an absolute game changer. But he talks a lot about servant leadership and the levels of leadership and what have you. Now, number one, there's two sides to this coin. I'm just going to address real quick. You are either the person who gives and gives and gives and gives and gives, and you never prioritize your own personal business, your recruiting, your posting, your following up with your potentials. And then you get burnout when your team does nothing or sets it down, or you just get burnout because you're literally doing everything for everybody else. Not bueno, not sustainable, right? Or you're the person who serves your team with your own gain in the back of your mind at all times. Like, who can go builder and pro this month so I can hit elite, so I can hit bronze, whatever, right? There's two sides of this coin. Now, I want to say first, I am not going to demonize you if you are somebody who is genuinely more motivated about your own. You came here for money. You came here for a reason. You're working this business for a reason. I'm not going to demonize that. First of all, let me say that right now. At the end of the day, if that is your intrinsic motivation is because your family needs income, go get the dang money. There is enough pie for you to have a slice, my friend. Okay, go get it. But I'm telling you right now, that is not going to be a good enough reason when you run into a funk in your business or a funk in your personal life that's going to make it extremely difficult to show up. That's just you. And as easily as you can be like, I'm never quitting, the very next day, my friend, our feelings are fickle. Hello, we're human beings. You could wake up the very next day, less than 24 hours later, and say, you know what, screw it. Like, no thanks, I'm done. It's not worth it anymore. You have to get out of yourself. Everything that you do is duplicating down into your team. So I want you to be balanced and prioritize yourself, but I also want you to remember other people. It needs to be kind of your default switch to thinking about how to serve other people, because at the end of the day, people are partnering with you and you've told them you can help them hit executive in their timeline, and they're trusting you that not only are they going to get their investment back, but they're also going to make a profit, and they need that. And that's your responsibility now. Not that you are responsible for them, but you are responsible to them. Okay. And for those people on the other side of the coin, everything you do duplicates into your team. So if you are not prioritizing your own business, they will not prioritize theirs. If you are not prioritizing your own personal recruiting, they are not going to do that either. If you are spoon feeding them every single thing, they're going to sit back and let it dribble down their chins. Just saying. Okay. So remember, everything you do duplicates in your team. I go by the 40-40-20 rule. I just did math in my head, which I'm not great at. That is 100. So anyways, 40-40-20 rule. Your first 40% when you sit down for your business needs to be spent on your business. That needs to be spent on your recruiting, your following up with the people you've already reached out to, you reaching out to new people, developing new relationships, making new friends, doing the thing, doing your business to bring in fresh new momentum, fresh new life into your business. The second 40% needs to go to your people who are here for it. They're going to capitalize on your time because they need this. They are driven. They are here for it. They are producing. They are all the things. Okay. The people who are going to show up on your trainings. Okay. We have 22 people on this training right now, which is incredible. So they need to be your down homies. They need to be your ride or dies, right? These people need the second 40% of your time. If they say, I need a training for my team, I need this, I need that, be willing to be there for them before you show up for the last 20%, which are the people who are like kind of in, kind of out. They might just be here for the community, like, which is totally cool, but like, they're not interested in actually doing anything with the business. Like, they're not doing any reach outs. Their actions are not lining up with their words. Or this could also be a group of people who are not coachable or coachable by you. Or this could be the group of people who, what's the other criteria? I always forget one of them, no matter what order I say it in. It's so funny. Actions line up with words. Oh, can move past discouragement. These are the people who can't do it. They cannot move past discouragement in business or personal life. They can't be consistent. Those people are going to get the last 20% of your time. Some of you are like Enneagram 2s, or, you love people. You are a servant of people, maybe, whatever. That's hard for you. That's a hard pill for you to swallow. We are called to meet every single person where they're at, but we are also meant to leave some of them there. Like, we cannot save people. I know as women, like, I call it the Messiah complex. If you've ever dated a guy, you're like, but I can change him. You might have the Messiah complex. I did for a minute too. It's okay, you guys. But that is something that we can kind of get into. We want to save people. They have such great potential, but they're not doing anything. Break free of that. That's not your responsibility. You are not called to save them. You cannot do it for them. They are an adult and they're responsible for themselves. Okay. You're responsible for yourself, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind. So, just kind of like to wrap it up, honestly, I just want to remind you guys that everyone on this call will be crown diamond. If God is like, yeah, dude, all of you guys are gonna be crown diamond, it's just gonna happen. But it's not gonna happen if you ain't putting in the work. I think sometimes we get caught up in just not going for it. And not being okay if it doesn't happen too, because I think a lot of us will just go and go and go and go and go and go and go for a goal. And then if it doesn't happen, we're like, well, I wish I had a towel to throw in the towel, like moving on, like blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I would have a towel here, but it just felt right in the moment. But just throwing in the towel, never mind, we're done with this, like blah, blah, blah. You guys, you have to find contentment in the fact that your purpose here could be something richer than earning money. Your purpose here could be something richer than exposing someone to the bonus payout or the whatever. Some people in your network might just genuinely need a financial coach for free. Some people in your network might genuinely just need $100 a month, dude. Some people just need these products and they need to get them paid for. Like, that's truly, that needs to be enough for you sometimes. But I want to tell you, That shouldn't be that limiting belief right there, that that's all you're here for, shouldn't be what stops you from going for the beyond. If you're in here and it's just on your heart, you're like, I feel like I'm called to be gold. I feel like $8,000 a month for my family would do X, Y, and Z. And that I can't even fathom how wonderful that would be. Go for it. Pretend that it's already yours, because if you already are believing that it's already there, you're going to show up like that gold ambassador. Okay. This exercise my business coach gave me, it's called the 1 minute challenge. You do it every day. Okay. I don't know why I get so hot every time I do Zooms. It's like the craziest thing. And then I have this like crazy hair today, and I'm wearing a sweater for some reason in the middle of what feels like summer. But anyways, so this 1 minute challenge you do every day. I prefer to do it in the morning. You can do this it's 60 seconds, you guys. So you can do this in the shower. You can do it before, when your husband is like taking one of the kids out of your room because they're screaming for oatmeal, and like you have 1 minute of solace. You could go poop. I know some of us moms are like, yeah, I'm going poop, honey. Like, keep the kids away. We're just sitting on the bathtub, like just scrolling reels, like, oh gosh, I just needed this minute. Let's be honest. Okay. So take 60 seconds of your day. And what I want you to do is close your eyes. As a matter of fact, let's get creepy. Close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath. Okay. I want you to think about your big, hairy goal. Okay. For you, that might be silver. It might be elite. It might be executive. I don't know. It could be platinum. It could be crown diamond. Okay. And I want you to now think of 2 emotions that you would feel upon seeing that graphic, that rank up graphic with your face on it and that title on it. What are 2 emotions? I'm going to give you just a second. It gets so much creepier when I stop talking and your eyes are closed, huh? Okay, so those 2 emotions. Okay, now I want you to think of a memory you have where you felt those 2 emotions before. This could be the last time you ranked up. This could be, I don't know, it could be when your first child was born. I don't know. It could be when your best friend told you she thought you were the best person on the whole planet. It could be when your daughter gave you a stuffed animal for Mother's Day. It could be literally whatever. Think of that memory, and I want you to take a second, breathe in those 2 emotions, and exhale, and you can open your eyes and rejoin me. For 60 seconds every day, you're going to just take a second to not only connect a dream and the emotions you would feel with the dream, but you're going to connect it to the other side of your brain. It's so cool. I know we're doing like cool neurology stuff here. You're going to connect it with the other side of your brain and attach it to something that is going to affect you for the rest of the day, your daily life. Because when I remember like 1 month, it was literally the next month after I hit platinum, and I definitely re-ranked platinum. I almost hit ruby. It was ridiculous. But I was like halfway through the month, I was like panicking. I called my business coach and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to re-rank platinum. I don't even know how it could possibly happen. Like, oh my gosh. And she was like, okay, just chill out, dude. Here's the 1 minute challenge. I went and did that 1 minute challenge, and I went from operating out of panic and fear and desperation, because some of us operate out of desperation. The end of the month follow-ups, we're like, girl, I'll just give you $10 back for the love. Please order the collagen. What in the blazes, right? Instead of operating out of that, which people can smell what you're stepping in long before they see the bottom of your shoe. That is copyrighted me. Thank you. But no, seriously, they can pick up on the energy that you're operating out of before they even read your text, before they even listen to your voice clip. Okay. Instead of operating out of fear and panic, it switches you to operate out of those 2 emotions that you will feel when you hit that rank. Right. So now all of a sudden people are going to hear you. Well, if you're showing up on this voice clip like a gold ambassador would, girl, I don't need your order, but like, I'm not saying this is a script. Do not write this down. But like, I don't need your order, but like, it'd be cool if you ordered. But if you don't, thank you next. Like Ariana Grande status, thank you next. Let's move on to the next follow up. Okay. It's going to happen regardless. That is what creates curiosity in people. It's that energy, that mood that you show up with, that people are like, she doesn't need me. I need to know more about this. Like, she's not a desperate, like the other people from high school that joined MLMs. Like, she's not like hounding me and like trying to like barter with me about me ordering. I'm not kidding you guys. I swear that's probably where a majority of my signups have even happened. It's because I've been like, dude, if you want to know more about it, like, let me know. I'm probably not going to follow up with you. I'm too busy, but like, much love, one love, like, let's move on. And I never had to follow up with them. Like it's crazy. So I want you to take that 1 minute challenge. I want you to think about that. I want you to commit. Does anybody want to like make a little commitment with me right now for the rest of this month, which is literally, I think 1 week. I think we have 6 or 7 days left. Raise your right hand. Okay. Raise your right hand if you are going to commit to doing 1 minute every day for the next 6, 7 days, the rest of the month, and operate out of that. Dope. That's what I like to see, homies. That's what I like to see. Okay. No, that's so awesome. Let me know. I would love if you guys don't follow me on Instagram or whatever, please get connected with me. If you have any questions, don't be shy, like reach out. I'm really not that cool. So you can reach out to me, ask me anything, but I want to hear how that 1 minute challenge goes for you guys for the rest of this month and see what kind of fruit comes from it. And if it's good and you feel good about it, maybe you just keep it going into next month too. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me blabber on. And I really, really hope I gave some golden nuggets.
Thank you so much, Caycee. Every time you open your mouth, it's golden nuggets. I think I like told some people, I'm not sure if it was in our big team chat or what, but I was like, listen, every time she gets up on stage and I'm out in the audience, there's like tears and I'm fighting back. So I'm like, she's just the bomb. Like, you're going to love her. So we appreciate you so much for taking time away from your sweet little baby to hop on with us and just spill all your nuggets. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So honored to always down. So never hesitate to ask, girlfriend.
Well, thank you. And I'm also really impressed you got all that done in 30 minutes because my calls normally go way longer. So I'm sure everybody else is going to be really excited that we can go ahead and hop off 30 minutes. Woo! But thank you, Caycee. We appreciate you.
My pleasure, you guys. Have a good one.
Good night, guys.